What's good, everybody?
What is up?
I'm Riley.
And I am Danny.
We're Music Mayhem with R&D.
Yes, we are.
And if you've been following our videos tonight, you know that we have been reacting to the entire new album of Slipknot called We Are Not Your Kind.
Yes, we have.
We've had a lot of good feedback off of this album and our videos tonight.
Which we certainly appreciate.
We have the song that we're going to do right now, which is called Not Long for This World. And then we have the next song, which is going to be our last song of the night, which has been highly recommended, which is called
Orphan.
So we're definitely looking forward to that, but we do want to listen to all of it.
Yep.
So as we always do, we will pause intermittently through the song, just give our feedback, maybe see what you guys are commenting. Please keep it rolling in. If you have not already, please go to our page, subscribe. We definitely appreciate you guys being here. I don't know that it can get much worse from our last video.
Yeah, my pain was definitely my pain, bro.
It was certainly painful. But
what's up, Sandra's son?
Yeah,
how we doing, brother? Thank you for having us. Thank you for coming back.
Yeah, but
where the fuck's Milky?
Where you at, Milky? Tighten up,
Austin. Milky, where you at?
But nevertheless, we are gonna do this song real quick.
Yeah.
Actually, not real quick. Obviously, it's a 6.5 minute song.
Yep.
But we're gonna do this one again. It is called.
Good to have you back, Milky.
It's called Not Long for This World. We'll go from there.
Yep.
And then we'll finish off the night with
That's right.
Orphan.
That's right.
So please keep giving us your comments. Again, subscribe if you haven't already. And let's go. Let's do it.
That's it.
The name of the song already makes it seem like it's going to be another. I don't know. There's a little bit of a drum bass though. Maybe there's.
This song is worse than my pain.
Don't do that to me, Milky. Don't do that to me, Milky.
Oh, kidding. Okay, thank God.
I was gonna say I hear a little bit of a drum go. Let's just see if it drops in anywhere.
This song is a bit better. All right.
It's already better. It's already better.
All right, so it's safe to say this song is already better. It's not even close.
Oh, from the last one, absolutely.
It's obviously a slower song.
It's a song at least. For fuck's sake,
it's a slower song. It's more in the ballady type. Thank you for everybody joining us. Please comment, all that kind of shit. We're gonna react to your comments, so keep it coming.
Subscribe. Exactly, Milky. Exactly.
Fucking love you, Milky.
You're my boy, Milky.
Welcome back, Austin. Thanks for joining us, brother.
Yeah, bro. You know what?
I don't mind this at all.
I will say
Maybe it's because we just heard what we heard.
That could be very fair. I will say this: it's very reminiscent of the other ballady song that we listened to already, but I think it's when you get outside of that really slow part and you actually get the instruments involved, I think it's much better.
Absolutely.
You have the hard hits from the drum. You have a little bit of riff there. It's not overly hard from a standpoint of how it's being played.
Right, or for Slipknot purposes.
Right.
Yeah.
But you get Corey singing, which I know we've beaten to a dead horse. Corey, when he sings properly, has a great voice. You add the instruments in when they're actually going, it's good. You almost had to get past that initial part where it was like there was nothing there almost.
Yeah. And I would hate to say this, and I could be completely blasphemous in saying so. As good as much better as this song is than a couple of the songs that we've heard, this sounds, for right now, 3 minutes into it, this sounds more like a Stone Sour song than it does a Slipknot song.
Well, I don't know that I would necessarily agree with that.
Okay.
And the only reason I don't agree with that is because Slipknot has had their snuffs. They don't have it too often where they go low. But when you look into Stone Sour, because I was a person who got into Stone Sour, other than like your typical like Psychosocials and Wait and Bleeds and stuff like that, when it came to early Slipknot, early Stone Sour was very hard as well.
Well, also keep in mind, early Stone Sour had Jim Root and Corey Taylor into it, so the musicianship was completely different,
and that's fine. But you look at things like, Take a Number and fucking a couple of these other songs that Stone Sour put out. I mean,
what was it? 30,
31, 50?
Yeah.
You put out some of these other songs that Stone Sour put out. Granted, they might have had that guy with them as well. That might be a fair statement. But to say that this is Stone Sour just because it's slow, I don't know that that's an accurate statement. I think that it's just one of those where it's like, okay, this just isn't this because it's not being categorized as Slipknot because of what you're used to with Slipknot, that now you're categorizing as his other band, which is not fair. I don't think it's fair, at least, because there's a lot of really good Stone Sour songs that are hard. I think that this is just one of those where it's like, what? This is not terrible. This is another this is another snuffish song, but I don't know that I could sit there and say this isn't Slipknot and it's more Stone Sour. I think this is Slipknot. It's just that they're choosing not to give the people
that brutal aspect that they always used to.
Well, what they're expecting of Slipknot. It's not.
Well, to be fair, with that being said as well, when this album was first being networked or kind of pushed out there,
right?
They said that this was going to be a more experimental side of what Slipknot is capable of.
Maybe they went too experimental,
and that's why I think that besides the 4 or 5 songs that are on this album, your Unsainted,
that we've
your
liked,
Soulway First, your Red Flags, and apparently
Red Flag has certainly been the top notch so far.
And apparently, from what Orphan is concerned, you have more of a Stone Sour feel in this album than you do a Slipknot feel in this album.
See, and this is me. and I know you guys are watching, so if I'm saying something blasphemous, please tell me. If you're a Stone Sour follower like I am, please correct me if I'm wrong. I would even be concerned if Stone Sour was putting out stuff like this.
Not recently.
In my opinion,
not recently. Early Stone Sour, yes, I would be completely concerned.
I don't even know about that. I mean, granted, Stone Sour hasn't came out with anything recent in a while, just because they've been focusing here. Well, they've been focusing on putting out the new Slipknot, but I would say that even if Stone Sour put out this, I would sit there and say, that's not it for me, for them. Which means that it's almost more blasphemous that Slipknot is putting it out that way. In my opinion.
Well, absolutely.
In my opinion.
And that's kind of where I'm going for it. I mean, for me to say that this is sounding more like Slipknot, it's sounding more like Stone Sour.
It might be
is not good.
But it might be more one of those where you could pin it on Stone Sour. But in my opinion, again, if Stone Sour were to put it out, I feel like I would still look at it and be like, what the fuck?
Even recent Stone Sour?
Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, there you go.
This is, when we say experimental, they're almost taking it too far.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
So let's get a little bit more into this.
We got 3.5 minutes left. Let's keep it going.
And then I'm telling you guys right now, if you've been joining us the whole way, and Orphan is the one you've been telling us about all night, please tell me that this is going to just fucking... We made it a point to make Orphan the last song that we have tonight. Tell me that we're about to fucking jam our faces off for the last song, please.
Which is why we have kept it for the last one.
Please.
And like I said, it's been highly recommended that we listen to Orphan, which is why we're doing it next, last, whatever the case may be. So let's go a little further into this and see what happens.
Yeah.
We got about 3.5 minutes left, so let's go.
Yep.
A lot better. Hold on. Okay. So based on that one part alone, I have to retract my statement when it says that it could sound like Stone Sour, because that does not sound like Stone Sour.
No, it does not.
That does not sound like... That sounds more like Slipknot.
Yeah.
However, the beginning 2.5 to 3 minutes was very on the monotonous...
Well, and if we're going to go about
mundane side.
Well, and if we're going to go about this by going how we stop and go, as much as that part is not Stone Sourish, it's still very much how long is that part going to last? And are they going to drop back into that part that we don't like, or are they going to keep building
Well,
up?
sure. Well, we still have 3 minutes to figure it out.
Absolutely.
Let's keep it going.
Yeah.
This part live will fucking kill, bro. I do like this part. This part fucking kills. this. With the heavy riffs, I like this. The long chords, heavy riffs, I like this. There we go. Oh, I like this. I like this. Oh, I like that. I like that. That last 3 minutes was fucking serious. It really was. They definitely stepped up from the first 3 minutes to the last 3.5. They definitely stepped that song up. What do we got here?
Goddamn. Stop.
All right.
I can't read.
Whatever.
I can't read.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, okay. So
the last 3.5 minutes of that song certainly stepped the game up.
It was much better.
It certainly was.
It was much better.
It certainly was. You had
this is going to be me. I want you first, but where are we going?
All right. Because the first 3 minutes were a little mundane.
And that's where I'm at.
I would have to probably go just about 65. 65, 70.
Okay. So you're
65, 70.
So you're giving it better for me.
I'm teetering.
I'm going to keep it right in the middle.
Okay.
I'm going to go 50-50.
Okay.
Because the front half was as bad as it was.
No,
I did like the fact that they kind of stepped it up a little bit. It wasn't overly hard, but they made it a point to up tempo a little bit. But I think that the first half was so underwhelming that I had to keep it here.
That's fair.
I have to.
That's fair.
But
I will tell you this.
But you know what? If you were to put that song on for me again, I would be that guy. All right, I'll suffer through the first half, but once the second half hits, I can certainly jam with that. Well, I can certainly bob my head. Yeah. I can certainly throw a horn up every now and then.
Yeah. The last 3.5 minutes certainly made up for the first 3.
But I have to keep it 50-50 with that.
Fair enough.
I have to.
Fair enough. All right, so guys, that was Not Long for This World. We are Music Mayhem with R&D, and I am Danny.
And I am Riley.
We are going to be back in about 5 to 7.
One last song.
With
this is the song that you've been recommending all night long.
That's right, which is why we are waiting for the last song to
Don't let me down, YouTube.
All right.
Don't let me down.
And don't let me down, you 20 people that have been commenting and keeping up on the video.
That's right.
Keep up. We got one more left.
Because right now, I want to I want this song at the end. I want to fucking jam, bro.
That's right.
I want to get up out my seat and jam. And I hope that you have not steered me wrong.
That's right.
But
Austin,
we are going to be
Sandra's son, Milky.
What's up?
All of you. We want to see all of you back.
Yeah.
Please.
We really
appreciate everything that you guys have been giving us so far for the last 2.5, 3 hours.
That's right.
Give us fucking 10 more minutes.
Right.
That's all we ask.
Right. We're going to step out for 5 to 7 more minutes.
That's
5 to 10 more minutes. We will be back with our last song of the night. We are Music Mayhem with R&D. Again, thank you guys.
Cheers,
if you have not already, subscribe.
Cheers me, you son of a bitch.
I am, motherfucker. Subscribe to the channel, and we will be right back.
Yes, we certainly will. Let's go.
Love you guys.
Let's go.